Hello, hello, hello. We are back. We have got a fifth, sixth place matchup between Andy Camping and Sarah Moore here at tour stop number one of the Northwest Women's Pool Association 2025 Tour. I am Tyrell Datweiler with Hill Hill Productions. We are coming live from Bobalou Billiards in Roseburg, Oregon, playing 9-ball, 9-foot tables. The the venue has a mix. We've got two 9-foot diamonds, and then the rest of the 9 foots that this tournament was played on are Brunswick Gold Crowns. As you can see, the TV table is one of the diamonds. BCA rules: none on the break, roll out after the break, 3-foul rule in effect, jump cues, all that good stuff. As I mentioned, this is the fifth, sixth place match, so this is the B-side match. They are racing to 5. Sara has won the leg and is breaking off first here. Head on break, 9-ball moving. 1-ball tracking down to this lower right pocket. Looks like the 7 is covering a shot at the 1. May be able to go rail first between the gap between the 6-7. Are you all following along today? We will have the point match up next following this match. That will then be followed by the third place match, and then we will have the finals match. So, including this match, we got 4 more matches to stream today. Plenty of pool left for anybody who's joined late. If you haven't already, help me out, share that stream. Help out the NWPA, get the word out that we've got this free stream happening today. Also, hit that like button. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button, get notified at each and every tour stop when I go live. Looks like they got a little bar box tournament going on this afternoon in the back of the room here. I think I heard bar box 10-ball. That started at 2, so about half an hour ago. Looks like a couple of our tour players who were knocked out are playing in that. A few of the caching players, that is. So we also have the second chance for all the players that did not finish in the money going on in the other half of the back of the room. That was a 16 board. Looks like Raquel Menares is waiting to play for the point of that match. Looks like she's going to be facing either Angela Higgins or Marion Poole. Looks like almost the 9th through 12th round is almost finished over there.
Oh yeah, true. So you don't lose. Yeah. I was good. Put it right on the cake. Turn it up right to the cake. But my food, if I found one back there last year, it's tough to down.
Yeah, just missed the edge of it. Well, Andy, a little bit of a one pocket player. Gonna play safe here. Maybe didn't like the 3-ball, which is fair. The group of balls in the middle does obstruct some of the lanes. Oh, she didn't get the full hook. I didn't even realize that. Well, good shot, Sarah. Be a little close to the work on the 2 here. Similar shot on the 8-ball in the final rack of her last match, which she missed. I don't think you can hold this 4. I feel like she's got to come down between the 9 and the 6. Try and come out on the left side of that 6 for the 5. And it's not complicated by having to use the bridge while bridging over that 6 ball. Hmm. A little hampered by the 9 ball here. She doesn't like having kind of shoot over that 9 ball. Wants a flatter. Wants her cue flatter. She could shoot this in the side instead. Like she's going all the way down. Rolling into a bank shot here. Wow, good shot. A great shot. Alright, good shot. Sarah gonna take the opening rack here. Quick shout out to our sponsors. Thank you, Lippman Lights, the official sponsor of the 2025 tour. Stop sponsor Diamond Mine Northwest, Diamond Pool Table Distributor, doing sales and delivery. And Bobalou Billiards, our stop sponsor and stop host. Appreciate sponsors and their support, without which we wouldn't be able to put this tour on every year. NWPA is a nonprofit, so we rely on community members and sponsors to do this great thing every year. Well, we appreciate them all. Please check them out. And if you are a individual or business interested in sponsoring a stop for the tour in general, you can reach out to them at the website playnwpa.com. Getting Chris, our TD, and ref. Remove the template rack off the table here. Tour does use the turtle template. They provide them as a sponsorship donation. So the players are required to use them. No hand racking. I'm definitely a proponent of the template when they're in good condition. They do need to be replaced every so often. They do wear out, but yeah, in general, when they're in good condition, they really do benefit the game. No arguments about loose racks or gaps between balls. And definitely, they make the 9 on the break very much less contentious point, especially when you are racking your own, as is the rule.
Which I am, but not.
Yep. Tough, not a lot of kicking, open kicking lanes here. Does look like she settled on going the long way. Shooting at this head rail, the bottom of your screen. Yep. Changed your mind, tried to go out that side rail. Really just did not look like the lane was there. Without playing it short and maybe trying to spin out of the rail to get the hit. Maybe a little straight on that three ball. Get some pace trying to move the cue ball. May have been downfall of that ball going in. Let's see. So we started play at 10 a.m. yesterday. And then came back and play started again at 10 a.m. this morning. Both players on back-to-back matches at this point. One thing of note is Sara did just move over from the other diamond table that's being used while I think Andy's last match was on one of the gold crowns. I'll just see if there's a little bit of table adjustment for Andy here, particularly with the pockets. As the one thing that I've heard from the players is that the diamond pockets they're not as receptive as the gold crowns are. What up, Mike Littman? Good to see you in the chat there, buddy. Actually, been a minute since I've seen you at all, but hope you're doing well. Once again, the tour appreciates you. Been touting your lights all weekend. Couple balls proven pesky here early on to get started.
Yeah.
Looks like she's just gonna lay up with this cue ball on the back of the 4 ball. I mentioned it maybe in the first rack. And when Andy was on the stream previously, she definitely plays a little bit of one pocket. She definitely has a safety game in her toolbox and the patience to play it. Oh, good effort. Well, Andy's got Sarah on 2. The table's really open. It seems harder to me to get a really good lockup foul here than just at least trying to run out. I feel like it's one of those things where, you can run out here, but if you get in trouble a couple balls in, you still have those 2 fouls in your back pocket. And also, maybe the table develops as you're working that run out. So if something, does come up, that there actually is an easier lockup safety than just playing one for the sake of playing one with ball in hand, where there is no easy one. I think we're also getting to that point into day 2 of this tournament where the grind is probably starting to wear the players down a little bit. Good hit, Andy. Oh, and the consolation prize, the carom off the 9. Great shot. Did well to hit it and got the bonus. Yeah, it looks like she has to play the combo. Doesn't look like the 6 passes the 8. Why do you wallop it? Oh, it does pass. What am I talking about? Oh no, she reversed the ball out of the rail though. Ends up killing a little bit of the speed, forcing it into an unnatural path. She managed to draw the ball a little bit. Path would have been more natural in that direction. Maybe the cue ball would have gotten there. Look at the 7 now. She's forced kick at it. You make it though. 8 ball's sitting right there. All right, well, didn't leave anything easy. I think I like laying the cue ball up on that top rail there. Do you have a? I was just about to say that 9 ball has a good chance of becoming a blocker. Played that well. And I recall Andy is not much of a jumper. She's gonna be kicking at this, I assume for sure. Oh wow. She hits it. Probably would have been going in the right direction, although I'm not sure if it would have had the pace. Get there. Ball in hand, a great situation for Sarah here. Setting up to maybe try and get her cue ball off the rail a hair. Just so you don't have to shoot off that rail. 8 ball. Leads right to the 9. Don't want to let your cue ball go too far forward either. You don't want too much angle. Yeah, she gets the ball a little bit more off the rail. Should be able to just kind of stun follow towards about the second diamond there. No messing around, just straight follow. Would like to see her hit with a little bit more speed. Let that cue ball come a little further away from that rail. All right, Sarah gonna go up 2-0. I'm gonna step away for a few minutes. There is a taco truck out in the parking lot here today, and they are taking off at 4. I probably should grab something to eat before they do that. So I'm gonna meet up here for this rack and go grab something, and I'll be back shortly. So please stick around. All right, y'all, I am back. Tacos ordered. We'll have my taco snacks to get me through the rest of the day. You gotta decide it's about to say you gotta decide if you want to hold the cue ball or if you're just gonna let it go forward.
Hey, you, 107.
Yes. But I can go.
Well, I'll hold on to it.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's one of the non-BCA rules. I mean, that man, if you know what I mean.
I never could get with you.
Oh, really? It's goes back to the WPA days. 'Cause when somebody takes a break, they've got a crowd there, right? They don't want to have this boring table. Might as well watch maybe things falling around, you know. Yeah.
Good to know.
Practice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
I only know
We,
the rule.
we, we follow BCA rules only when we don't have one in place already. Does that make sense? And we do have that in place. Now you do. The more you know.
Shot, Andy. I'll apologize if the stream blipped there for a second. A lot of blue here. She did a really good job holding the cue ball. Fortunately, her aim was a little off. It also tells me she hit it a little on the thick side. Should have helped her hold that ball as well.
You're on 104 with Randy. Bernard out here. No, Bernard. I draw one on one with Brad.
Okay.
Wow, looked really good most of the way to the pocket.
Second chance.
No matter.
All right.
Go ahead.
Knock him dead, kid. No, you played mine. Played mine.
Yeah.
I've had my money on Sarah to make that. You make several great banks this weekend. Including that 7-ball she had earlier in this streamed match. Cut from Andy. Gonna leave it tough. Can't tell if that 8 is frozen the rail or not. I like playing this like you're playing 3 rails on the side. Well, similar to the 4-rail line, but a little bit tighter. The general outcome is if you miss the 8 in the side, it will just go back up there on that foot rail. Oh no, she scratched. Well, 2-ball out here and an opportunity for Andy to get on the board. Should be able to just stop shot this 8, turn around and shoot the 9 in the side. Well, thanks to Littman Lights. Diamond Mine Northwest. And Bobalou Billiards, Roseburg, Oregon. We're making this, making the tour and this stop possible. We couldn't do it without our sponsors. We appreciate them very much. Go out and check them out. In particular, if you pool is your hobby. Got a couple great vendors there. Diamond Mine dealing in diamond pool tables, sales and delivery, and Littman Lights making one of, if not the finest billiard light on the market. Of course, if you're ever in the Roseburg area, stop into Bobalou Billiards. Got 20 plus 9-footers in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7-footers, 3 of which are diamond tables. 4 valleys. Got a full-size snooker table and a 3-cushion carom table. All right, I'm gonna step away for a second while we wait for the players. Sarah's here. Just waiting on Andy. All right, Andy is back. Done already? You can follow the NWPA on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. You can go to their website at playnwpa.com to learn more about the organization, the rules, the schedule. You can even register directly from the website for any of the tour stops. Although I don't remember. I forgot to ask Nicole how far in advance the entries open up for each stop. But yeah, if you're interested, that's where you go. All right, so I gotta go grab my tacos. I will be right back. All right. I have returned again. Taco sustenance has been acquired. Excited, I got a couple other quesabria tacos. Everybody seems to be raving about them. Is it 7-ball on for the side? Oh no, she's cutting all the way up. Oh. Little scare from the upper left corner. Andy with a tough shot here, shooting out of that pocket. Good kick from Sara there. A little window for the 6-ball. Almost better coming over to the left-hand side and taking the back cut. Built-in two-way here. Get there. Looks like she's just short. Oh, good shot. Looks like she's just into that window for the 6 ball. Great shot from Andy there. Like, she goes forward into that top rail and back out a little bit. She can play the 7 into the right side. Or even if she doesn't, just to the rail and slightly back out, she could play the 7 ball all the way down this lower right. Looks like she tried to come back out to the middle of the table on the right side of the 7 here. Play it in the same corner as the 6. Sarah looking at the contact point, cut this 6 in. Come into the 7. Should go between the 7 and the 8. Very nice. Watch outside. Touch heavy on the speed. She's still got the shot though. Chocolates are over there by Amy. Oh.
Is one of these for Jordan? Is I with her?
She's playing. She's playing. She's gonna come over when she's done. Looks like the side with the 7 balls on's just been exchanged. And it's Sarah's turn. Yeah, similar 7 ball bank to what she had earlier. Right. Looking pretty good. All right, chance for Andy to tie this up. All right, there it is, 2-all. Ball down for Sarah. She can see part of this one ball. Maybe she can bank it towards left side of the table. Maybe run the cue ball 2 rails into the, try and stick it on the 2 maybe. But trying to bank that ball away. And watch me find out she has the whole ball and just pots it. Maybe she's trying to bank it straight back. It's another option. Looks like it mostly worked out for her though. Oh, no, she left the whole ball. I thought it was more covered than that. Good shot from Andy. Shooting out of a little bit of traffic there. Deep on the 3, pretty straightforward here. Stop shot, or touch a draw here with a 4 ball. Ball directly to the right of the 9 ball. Well, our other 5th, 6th place match has just finished. Linda Massey has beaten Sheila 5-2. So when this one finishes, there shouldn't be too much of a break before we get the next match on the stream, which, as I mentioned, will be the match for the point between me, Wilson McDonald, and Tammy Parlett. I'm not feeling great about shooting that on the side and how the 8 was going to work out afterwards. Just rolls that ball up on the 8. Good tactical defense there. I'm just a little short there, a little softer, or a little bit more right-hand English on that ball. May have gotten her the hit. Little safety from Sara, earning her a ball in hand. Mapping her out here, where she wants to be for the 8 ball next. I think she needs to pull back to about where the cue ball is. She could actually come past that a little bit if she wanted to. The other option is she could shoot this on the side, let her cue ball run forward a little bit, do it to the left side. The pocket's pretty big for the 7. I've also got 2 burrito tacos up here, but I haven't had a chance to eat the burrito. Excuse me. Go on mute there. A little bit of a sneeze coming on. All right. Looks like she did opt to shoot inside. Little heavy on the follow. But still manageable ball. It's probably thick enough that she could hold and keep the cue ball on the same side as the 8 ball for the 9 the opposite side. Or if she opts, she can come all the way. She can come across the center line and shoot the 9 in the same pocket as the 8. Just comes to how much the angle is here. Yeah. Maybe it was a little bit more angle than I thought. Opts to come across. All right. Sara looking to reclaim her lead here. All right. Take a look at that payout card. Now this is a 5th, 6th match. The loser is going to collect a pay stub for 146. The winner will be guaranteed 4th and at least 227. Good break from Andy. Liked her cue ball a little bit more in the middle of the table, but she's at least on the same side of the table as the 1. Always makes life easier being closer to your starting ball. Slow down ball. I have to say, very runnable rack. A little bit out of position, a little bit on the wrong side of this 2 ball. Luckily, she can just roll it in and everything should be all right. It looks like this is the 4 ball down here by the bottom right pocket. Just leave yourself a little bit angle for the 3 ball. Think she's all right.
After you got
Andy playing this rack really well. I'm rooting for her to run out here. Always like seeing a break and run on the streaming table. Always feels good to be the one breaking and running on the streaming table. Yeah, I should force that. Like she powered it more than stroked it. Get some legs, ball. Get some legs and get off that rail.
That's so bad.
Just put them in the consomme. She's gonna get behind the 8. Yep. Looks like the 5 is leaked out to where Andy can see it. Consolation. Did she crash it on accident? Yeah, it's part of 9 ball. Can't feel bad about it. Feel like you see that sometimes where players don't feel like they deserved, the luck they got. Just, dog the next shot. Oof. A little scary there. Yeah, you get a little lucky, just you gotta keep your focus. Take what the table gives you. Your opponent may not be happy about it, but they entered the game knowing the rules were the same for both of you. Wow, what a shot from Andy there. Good recovery. That shot on the side where she almost lost her rock. Now, if you don't already, you can follow the NWPA on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. You get more information about the tour and register online at playnwpa.com. If you haven't already, please share the stream. We still got what is it? Point, third place in the final. 3 more matches to be streamed this afternoon, this evening. Let the pool playing friends and family know that we've got this free stream. It's gonna be going till this rate looks like at least 9. And hit the like button, smash the subscribe button. Subscribe to the Hill channel. You will get notified when we fire up the stream and go live at each tour stop, as well as some of the other one-off pool-related things that I stream. The other main big one being the Northwest Regional APA Championships, 8-ball, 9-ball championships each year. And also, just enjoying yourself. You want to show a little bit of appreciation, a couple bucks for a cup of coffee or a beer afterwards. I do have a Venmo tip jar. It'll sit there at the bottom. Maybe trying the straight back, but this one is going to fail her and come all the way back for a nice look at it for Sara. And want to come straight back, maybe towards the 5. Well, just a little shot with the angle. But she still has a look at it. The 3 is laying right there in front of the side. So you don't really need to do much. Don't need a lot of power. Just focus on making this ball. Your shape should naturally work out for the 3. 8 hanging in the pocket down there. Again, while the 8's a give me, you do have to manage that 3 ball. You want to play it towards a little bit towards the left side, because if you don't catch that 8 ball full, you hit like half of it, that 3 ball is tracking out to the right. And you have to plan for that. The other thing you need to be careful about is following the 8 in with the 3. Alright, so she let it go a hair to the right and let the cue ball slide to the right. She managed that very well. So aware of how that 3 was going to react off the 8. Played it at a really good speed. It was a really smart shot from Sara, well executed. Oh, wanted to slide past it. And a little bump on it. Fortunately, might be looking at the 4 and the rail. She has banked a couple balls this match. Actually, she's banked quite a few balls this tournament when I've been watching, and she's made the majority of them, I feel like. I think she's just going to lay up behind the 9 or 7, the cue ball. Maybe was trying to send the 4 all the way across and use the 9 as the blocker. So we're under hit too full, a little of both maybe. I've seen Andy swish a couple of these long ones. And that one shooting out of the pocket. There goes another one. I think it's interesting. Some of these shots that Andy executes really well. Shots that a lot of players would, those long straight ones. It's kind of a thorn in a lot of players' side, but she seems to have made the majority of them. I do wonder if that comes from playing a little bit of one pocket. Definitely a shot that comes up a lot. But also just some of her safety play, very classic one pockety, and her patience to elongate the game by going safe when maybe there was, offensive option there. Right, and I would say the odds are very much in Sarah's favor to get out here. I might just go side to side. Zing this ball back out for the 7 ball. Like she tried to hold it. Well, this ball is cuttable. Hard to predict where the 9 ball is going unless you can really control where your cue ball goes into it. Chance to make both these balls here. But there's also the possibility that if you don't make the 9 as well, the cue ball sits up there on that top rail and the 9 comes over on this rail on the left. No, I think I like just playing pocket speed. Maybe top, so you're just clipping the 9, kind of pushing it to the left. Keep all going to the bottom rail and just coming up a little bit. Hit a lot faster than I would have liked, but the side benefit of the speed that she played it, so there's a lot of separation now. Seven's not right in the pocket, which makes it more missable.
Yeah.
Great shot from Andy. Just like that cue ball, to roll like another 6 to 12 inches. Good shot, Andy. Andy gonna go up. I believe this is her first lead of the match. Or did she go up to 3 first? I don't remember now. I just know that she started, Sarah started up 2-0. So Andy gonna get to the hill first here.
We're getting entries and ready for the next stop. I know.
I might even show you things.
Well, I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but we already got about 20 entries for their tour stop number 2. I believe that one is possible. I believe that's a 64 board, so nearly a third full already. So if you're on the fence, thinking about playing, play NWPA.com. You can go sign up to be a member and register for that next stop. Or you can, not sure if you want to be a member, you can play up to 2 stops as a non-member, but the registration as a non-member doesn't open up until for a couple more, at least a week or 2 still. So keep your fingers crossed it doesn't fill out if you're looking to go that route. Oof, unfortunate scratch there from Andy. On hand Sarah. 1, 2, 3 right here. 4 kind of down table just across from that 9 ball. Yeah, if you can clean up the 1, 2, 3 here. And get on the 4 without too much angle. From the 3, now you got what's that, basically a stop shot. Keep some angle on the 6 to slide back over for the 7. The 8's right there from the 7. I like shooting the 1 into the left side pocket, personally. I'm letting cue ball run forward, shape on the 2. You could do it the opposite way too. You play your cue ball into the short side position on the 2. Well, it looks like she has come around to shoot it from the side that, in my mind, I would I think I would choose. Let that. She gave herself too much angle here. If she came too far forward. Yeah, tried to hold it. Need to put a little bit of left spin on there for as thick as she hit it to throw that ball in. It's a thing that we tend to do subconsciously when we're trying to hold balls. We try and cheat the pocket and tend to hit the ball way too thick. But subconsciously, your brain knows the thicker you hit the ball, the less momentum the cue ball is going to have afterwards. Everyone's brain be so smart and so stupid at the same time. A little nudge on the 4. I think she can just cut this 3 in, go 2 rails back out for the 4 on the side. Just drawing this ball though. And so she tried to draw over and out for the 4 all the way down in the lower right. A bit of a kind roll for Andy there. No. Try and swerve around this 4 ball maybe? No, she's got a little cue, so I don't know. Maybe, oh, she's just really knocking the 9 out of there. Gonna take the defensive foul there, the intentional foul. Be like, okay, got a hard shot. Probably not gonna hit it. So I'm not gonna give you a 3-9. You're gonna have to run all 5 of these balls out. 6. Sorry, 6 balls. Which I think the way these racks have been going, a good calculated gamble to take there. And if your opponent gets out, what you can do is give them props. All right. Here's the shot. Andy's fairly straight on the 6 ball. So she can't just go across the table for the 7. She's gonna have to draw back. Yeah, it seems she's definitely had a couple draw shots where she hasn't gotten the action, hasn't gotten hold of the cue ball the way she wants to. Bank or safe? Try and bank the 7 to that upper, to that top rail. Maybe you can play it speed, just put it underneath the 8 ball. She didn't want to risk selling it out past the 8 ball, just moves it down there to that top rail. Good smart shot. The odds are in your favor to stay in this game with that shot. Just trying to put that 7 over on the side rail. Andy's got cut all the way down the lower right. She could try and send the 7 up here by the 9 with the cue underneath the 8, at least, you know, kind of back where it is on that rail down there. It's long. All right, 7 ball rolls out. Where Sara has a cut shot down the rail on it. So one player with a tough shot to the next player with a tough shot. Man, banks the ball good. Just come with a couple banks in very clutch situations. Now, I'm going to be a little disappointed that the cue has ended up on the left side of the 8 ball here. A little trickier cut. Oh. The one upside to this shot is position for the 9 is built in. As long as you gotta make sure you don't scratch though. Ooh, what a shot. Speed's a little heavy though. Gonna have another thin one to stay alive here. Yeah, it's a little frustrating. These players have had some really great shots and then not been necessarily rewarded immediately after. But it seems to be part of the game sometimes. Is you make a hard shot, you gotta make another one. And of course, the second you get an easy shot, that's the one you dog. Yeah, she's got to stretch out a little bit for this one, so she's going to need the bridge. I think a little bit of difficulty here. Another one of those things that you should work on when you have a few minutes when you're out hitting balls. Just make sure you got good fundamentals with the bridge. I'm just gonna lay up.
Introducing Instagram movements. Any way to keep your being safe in Instagram, like making sure they always have their seatbelt.
Andy looking at kicking at this ball.
New Instagram tweeting apps. Online protections for who can contact the team and their content they can see.
Well, I like that she played it with some speed. The last thing you want to do is roll that, have it just be slightly off and sit in front of that pocket. Well, the bank's still open for Sara here, or is she gonna roll up on this ball as well? Yeah, see, this is where I don't like that little. It worked out well where Andy wasn't going to be able to stretch across the table. But here, Andy should be able to bank this 9 onto the headrail here at the bottom and send the cue ball up table.
But how far away? And look,
She has left some angle. Should Sara choose to cut this, she can. And pick 9 ball here. She's gonna get a sort of nice roll. It's like this is sitting
Well, I can think of myself.
ready for Andy here. Andy's gonna get that 5-3. What a great run for Sara. I recall this is her first NWPA stop. Should be very proud. Going to day 2, finishing in the top 6 out of 42 players. She put on quite a show. Played very well. Very impressed with her game, and I hope that she comes out to more stops. All right, well, we are gonna pause up for, or mute up for a little bit while we await the point match. So I'll be back shortly.